that box was unchecked. There are many others in here. Just feel free to scroll down and find something that interests you. There's a lot of creativity built into this. Next choice here, we can do a custom image. If I select this, I can actually go and pick an image. I've got an image of me that I've used on my website. I'm going to go ahead and open that. And there's a Mr. K image that I use with my website. And I can make that, again, same thing. I can increase the size of it. I can raise it above the text. Let's say 150%. So you can see that image there has appeared, Mr. K. Okay, custom image. Next, we got numbers. You can do bulleted numbering. And again, it starts at 1 here. So if I go ahead and select all these and I go to numbers, you can see here that it has started the numbers, but it's kept the other formatting that I've already put in as far as the text size. And I can say start the numbers at 123, hit enter, and you see 123, 24, 25, 26. So we can continue from continuous from previous page or section, wherever else in the document you had numbered started. And then the numbering indentation bumps that in, brings it out, and the text indentation from the numbers goes in and out. So next is tabs. Select tabs, and tabs I think is pretty self-explanatory. Sitting in front of a text on a paragraph, you can do the first line indentation at 1/2 inch, which is the standard for most formatting. Then the left indentation, right indentation. The Pages program will actually do these calculations for you. So if you just want the first line in the left or right, a certain indentation, put those numbers in there. It'll format the rest of it for you. Tab settings, in this case, is set by default at 1/2 inch. I'm going to keep that. Decimal tab character, I don't think you need to worry about that. It's not used very often, but it has to do with the formatting on the tab. And tab stops, if you want to add a tab stop at a certain distance, you could click here, hit add, say we want one to stop at the left at 1/2 inch out, or maybe you want to change this to stop at, maybe let's do 4 inches out. It's 40 inches, 4 inches out. Now you can see here the tab stops right here have already been created for you. You don't need to know what these arrows are, but then you can create and move these and adjust these. I put it there. It's 5.75 inches in. I can bring it all the way back here to maybe about one inch. Yeah. And if I want to get rid of that, I can just drag it off and make it disappear. And again, you can do left, center, right, and a decimal for the alignment of those. And the last piece for text formatting is more, and there's quite a few options in here. And this video is going to get a little bit long, but lots and lots of options for creativity within this one palette. So I'm going to select the text here. First option in more we have is borders and rules. I could put a dotted border around the text and have that appear all the way around the text. Now you can see here all the text has this little dotted line. I'm going to increase the font size so you can see the lines. You can see they're getting relatively big, looking a little Broadway-like. I can have them appear just above and below, just below the text, and we have to scroll down to the next page for you to see that. You can see there it's just below the text. And we can go above the text, and then again I can change that to a solid line. So that's borders and rules. Background fill, fill behind characters or fill behind paragraph. If I click inside the paragraph here, I go background fill paragraph. It's selected black right now. If we go to a light color, maybe a light blue, you can see the background fill and the text is the blue that I've chosen here. I can change it to orange. And character fill is the same thing. You can select characters and background fill behind those. The character fill changes the fill type of the character. So if I go character fill, let's go orange. You can see behind those characters is filled in orange now. So moving on, let me turn that off so I can actually see the text a little more. Following paragraph style, you can tell the inspector to follow the style of a certain header or footer you have already created, or the body bulleting. So you can just select this and tell it to go ahead and follow what you've previously created. And freeform is obviously, if you select freeform, it will allow you to change that in every line or every character. If you wanted to, you could change the formatting. breaking, we can keep lines together or we can keep lines apart. In this case, we select keep lines together. What it does is it won't allow things to be started on a new page. It'll always create a new page to follow, but everything will start on the beginning of a page. If I go back in here, deselect that. Keep with the following paragraph. This prevents you from having stuff spill from one page to another, and you want to keep it all on that same page. You can force it to stay on the same page. Again, all it's doing is bumping over to a new page. It will continuously create a new page if it needs to in order to fit the text. But if we had less text in here, it's kind of spaced out, it would bump it and keep it together for you. Paragraph starts on a new page. So if you select this, anytime you select a paragraph, it will bump it over and start it on a new page. Prevent window and orphan files. That checkbox allows you to keep files from disappearing. If you have some spacing in between them, it will force the program to keep those there. Language, you can change the language. My world language teachers have gotten in a little bit of trouble with changing their keyboard, so just be careful. You don't change this to a language you don't understand and forget where that option is. And let's see, remove hyphenation for paragraphs. In this case, if you didn't want any paragraphs being hyphenated, you would check this box and it would prevent that from being happen. And if you wanted to remove ligatures, you would add that here. And balance shift, I think we have to have our text selected. We can adjust the balancing of the text or the paragraphs and the shift of it by just using, again, the arrow keys up and down or typing in that box. So come on back and we're going to start talking about shapes.